Ford Field, the home of the Lions. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. On the visiting sideline, there is the Vikings head coach. This guy's long since out of the race, just the lone victory as we play out this final stretch. Mike Tirico along with my partner Greg Olson. It's Will Lutz, the kicker, who gets this started. And off we go from Ford Field. Brought down right at the 25-yard line. Here's the Minnesota offense taking the field for the first time. And taking the snaps, quarterback now in his third year in the league.
Mike, this is a big boy game. And sometimes the unfortunate truth is your performance was the difference between a win and a loss. And I think if you asked him, he'd be the first one to say, listen, my performance last week was not good enough. I have to make better decisions. I have to be more careful with the ball and where I put it. So his ability to improve from last week's game, both in production and decision-making, is probably the #1 storyline to follow heading into today's game.
We'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
From 29, here's second down and 6. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. A lot of pressure, too much, and he goes down.
The quarterback sacked. A loss of 6 yards. And it's third down. Third and 12.
Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. Now they'll set up to throw. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force fourth down. It'll be a punt coming from the Vikings.
Fourth down.
And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. So that Detroit offense taking the field for the first time and taking the snaps. Quarterback now in his third year in the league.
Well, I don't think that stat line last week had him up for any sort of awards. If I had to guess, he'd much rather have a modest game and a win as opposed to throwing for a bunch of touchdowns in a loss. The biggest thing that he did, Mike, he took care of the ball. So as long as he continues to do that, you're going to have a chance to keep on winning.
Second and 10.
At their 48-yard line.
60 Vikings. Go.
That's quickly out to Smith. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. They get 15 on that game. Good for a Lions first down.
First down.
Here
First
we
and 10
go.
at the 37-yard line.
First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. That's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7.
He's tackled at the
Here's
29-yard
second
line.
and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
Once again, it's Gibbs. And that'll be a gain of 2 and a first down.
A gain of 3 yards. And the Lions first down.
They hand it to Gibbs. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. They have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
He's got it about the 8. And he'll be taken down with a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up first and goal.
Lions first down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Here's Jacobs. And he'll take this one in. Josh Jacobs receive. The kick is good. And the Lions will take a 7-0 lead. So now after the touchdown, Luck's going to send this one away. Here comes a return from the 3. He'll get across the 20, mark him down 23-yard line. The Vikings offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. Take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a quarterback. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll throw out of the gun. A throw on the move is caught. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. 23 yards on that pass play. It'll be a Vikings first down. The RPO, that one is complete.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. A throw behind his man. Can't reel it back in. And that'll go down as an incompletion.
So I actually really like the concept of the pass play, and I think if we see a little bit better pass protection, even just a second longer, that's probably a completed pass, but I think the pressure just sped his clock up just enough, Mike, that he wasn't able to get that ball exactly where it needed to be.
On 3rd down, they'll set him. Oh, he's going to be followed up. Taken down. They got him.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Lions offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10.
Ready.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Brings up
Try
2nd
again.
and 10.
It's 2nd and 10.
19 Cardinals. 70 Rangers. 19 tight. 19 tight. Ready, ready.
Out of the gun. He'll throw. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A gain there of 24 yards. 1st down, Detroit. We are through 1. It's the Lions who have the early lead. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. Lions ball to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with 1st and 10.
Hey, check that. Street. Ready.
It's a toss play left to Gibbs. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
The tackle made back at the
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and the defense that can run to the ball, they're able to get you down for a loss.
Pack the 60. Go.
third down, they'll throw from the gun. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 22 yards.
First and 10.
And the Lions, first down.
Street.
First and 10 at the 26-yard
Now
line.
give to Jacobs. He'll run right, and he finds some space. Tackled after a gain of 7 on first down.
At the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 8.
Here's second and
Brings up
2.
Second and 2.
Let's go. Ready?
On the handoff, this is good. And he'll get a couple of yards, and that's good enough for the first down.
3 yards. That's another Detroit Lions first
A
down.
run here with Gibbs. And it's going to be first and goal coming up. Tackle made at the 5-yard line. To stop it here, we have an injured Viking to tend to. 5 yards from the house. They've got it first and goal.
Ready?
Here's Gibbs. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is, it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down.
And he will take it in himself. Touchdown, Lions. Here's Bucks now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Lions move out on top. 14 to nothing.
Vikings nothing. Set to kick off.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Vikings offense ready to take over once again. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with first and 10. Right away, they'll set up the throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
This offense just continues to struggle to find any sort of rhythm. And now part of it is self-inflicted wounds. But the vast majority of their struggles has just been their inability to pass protect. You can't expect your quarterback to settle into the game and have any confidence operating out of the pocket when the second he hits his back foot, the play's over.
And that's a good game there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down. Here's third and 2.
And leads to third down.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. Jameer Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. And as we take a look at league leaders in receiving touchdowns by the running backs, he's right up there among the best in the league. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. How about 25 yards to start the drive? First down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Ready? Take up.
A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. If he gets a yard out of that one, it's second down.
1 yard gain brings up second and 9.
Viking, go.
They're going to run out of the gun with Gibbs. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing loose. Third, they need 8.
It's now 3rd and 8.
Let's go now. Cowboy. Ready.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That'll be caught. It's Jameer Gibbs. And he's out of bounds down inside the 35. And that catch number 40 on the season for him.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
Lions, first down.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And they continue to be tough to stop. Chance to extend the lead even further as they are set up with 1st and goal. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break.
Cougar 19. Ready, ready.
They'll take the snap and go down to a knee. That's the second charge timeout for Minnesota. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this second quarter. They will take a knee here. The Vikings go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. They'll go down to a knee. On now, it's Will Lutz to try the field goal. This is about as short as you can get. Lutz's kick is good. The Lions tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
And not much doing on this return. Good coverage. He'll stop in his tracks at the 15-yard line. They're just going to run it here up the middle. What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up second short.
8 yards on the pick.
Halftime coming up, and apparently we'll forget about that for the moment and turn our attention to quarter number 3. Let's go. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. Jameer Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. And they've used him quite a bit in the passing game. Take a look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards for running backs, and he's right there among the best in the league. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And he's able to fight through one tackle here to pick up about 3. Second down coming up.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
That's quickly out to Williams. Pick up on the 11 yards on that one. Good for a Lions first down.
That's good.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. Now a stoppage, we have an injured Lion. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 5.
Ready, go!
He'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Dean Winters there to bring him down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. Rolling right, and that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
A 53-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. The Lions open it up a bit further. They now lead 20-0.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, you had things under control. Not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line. The Vikings offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Throws here down the field. His ball incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And he's going to be fouled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Tyleik Williams is there on the stop.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. A pickup of 14 on that one. 1st down, Minnesota.
Vikings, 1st down. A gain of 14. And the Vikings, 1st down.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this. Fought through that first contact. It'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll stick with him again. Ooh, some hitting going on now. He was roughed right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run. There's no hope.
Oh, in trouble, and there he goes. Aiden Hutchinson getting home to drop him. He's up to a dozen sacks now on the year. It'll be a punt coming up for the Vikings, as he'll punch it away for the 4th time today. And no return on this one. Fair catch signal for and take. The Lions offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
Now at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 35. Here comes a 2nd and 5. They'll run with Jacobs. His defense over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
2-yard loss.
7.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
He'll look to throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he puts his head down and he picks up the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Let go.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
19, 18. Cougar 19.
Running is Jacobs. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Cougar 19.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll be close to a 1st down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Come on, ready.
They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's taken down on what is the final play of this 3rd quarter. So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready. Check, Bobcat. Here we go.
Jacob will get it to start the 4th quarter. Not much happening there, just a short game.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. 1 yard.
Here's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
Ready.
Here's a handoff to Gibbs. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
Jameer Gibbs, the left guard. He was brought down at the 26. A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Let's go now.
The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down. They'll take the snap and go down to a knee. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. Things not looking good. But see if we get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. The drive will start on the ground. He takes a really good leg to the backfield. They were all over him defensively for that run. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. They motion a receiver right. He'll drop to throw. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Certainly not how they drew it up for his 1st catch of the game, but he's on the board, and I think the hope is continue to go his way, and next time, let's try to pick up some yards.
The last 2 runs go nowhere and sets up 3rd and very long. Short pass taken in by the tight end. It'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. It's going to bring up 4th down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
Going to leave the offense out there for 4th and long. This one down the field for Freiermuth. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on 4th and wind up turning it over on down.
You find yourself down big, it's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. 2 yards on
From the 24 now,
It's second
here's
and
2nd and 8.
Check, Bobcat. Ready.
Once again, it's Gibbs. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. First down, Detroit.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
A run here with Gibbs. To stop it here, we have an injured Viking to tend to. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game.
Let's go.
Ball sitting on the 3. It is first down and goal. They will take a knee here. Back up to the 3. It's second and goal.
Ready.
They'll go down to a knee.
Here we go.
Last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal. Take the snap and go down to a knee. So 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. The Vikings offense ready to take over once more. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start first and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. A quick throw right side. And he's going to be out of bounds up past the 20. 16 yards on the game and a quick first down.
Sometimes as a play caller, it's pretty easy. Get the ball into the hands of your best players. In this case, a wide receiver screen. Get it to him quick, get some blockers out in front, let him do the rest after the catch, and he picks up the first down.
And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
Back to throw. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Aiden Hutchinson in there for a loss of 5 on the sack. And now it's third down. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Of 11 yards. And it's fourth down.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. That is caught. And he's going to pick up the Vikings' first down. They convert style there. Big play on fourth and long.
Both pre-snap and post-snap. This is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. Look him up on a second down and 8.
Brings up second and 8 at the 47-yard line.
Throwing now from the gun. He's going to air this one out. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
He's got his tight end. That's Byron. And he's going to have the first down. Aggressive call there. It works out as they convert on fourth down.
It's a gain of 10. first down,
Back
Minnesota.
to the air one more time. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
The Vikings go ahead and use their final timeout. They'll stop it with a little over 30 left in the game.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end.
He'll try and get there on the ground. The offense is staying out there for this fourth down.
A gain of only a yard. It's fourth down.
Now they'll set up to throw. There's a short one caught by Fireman. And he's going to have the first down. An aggressive call there, but it works out as they convert on fourth down. Here we go. One final play. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So it's a win here for